Welcome back to Miss Curtis's art class. Today we are going to be making a penguin, and I'm excited about this lesson because you can add a lot of interesting details to your background. So I actually put an igloo up here, which I will show you how to draw. That is absolutely optional. So it's a little bit more complicated because it's kind of 3D, but I thought that might be kind of fun if you wanted to try it. If not, the main thing is just making this penguin right here. And I put a sun, and it looks like there's a little snow hill in the background. Okay, so let's get started. All you're going to need for this lesson is something to draw with. So today I'm using a Sharpie marker so you can see my lines nice and clear. A piece of paper, so whether it's lined or computer paper is fine. And then something to color with. So whether it's crayons, color pencils, or markers. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is make our frame and name. So in order to do that, please hold your paper down with the opposite hand that you're drawing with, and then take your drawing utensil and just pull either a pencil or a pen or marker, and make a frame around the edge of your paper, leaving a little bit of space. I'm going to rotate my paper here. And I'm making a straight line. You can make a curvy line if that's easier for you. Okay. Sorry about that. My dog is going crazy. There's probably a package being delivered right now. Okay, so now I have my frame on my paper. At the bottom right, you are going to write your first and last name and your homeroom number, okay? So, Miss Curtis, 219, okay? Now, the first thing that we're going to do when we're making this penguin is we are going to find the middle area of the paper, okay? And we are going to be making an oval shape. So you want this oval shape to be slightly large so that you can fit your penguin and have a lot of space to draw your penguin. So I am going to make an oval shape to the best of my ability. And an oval shape is an elongated circle. Okay, so again, just try your best. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're making an oval shape right in the middle. The next step that you're going to do is you are going to make another oval shape inside of that oval shape. And that is going to be the penguin's stomach area, which is just white, okay? So it'll make sense once you start coloring it, but I'm going to just take my time to make an oval shape in the middle. And I really suggest that you use pencil for this project because if you make a mistake, you can always erase it. That looks like a big 0, doesn't it? Okay, so the next step that we're going to do is we are going to start by making the head of this penguin. Now, it's going to be an arched line coming up, or almost like a rainbow shape, and it's going to go up pretty high for this penguin's head. So watch me first. I'm going to start at the top of the body, and I'm going to make an arched line coming up. It's going to curve and come right back down. Okay. The next step is let's make some of the facial features for this penguin. So I'm going to make 2 circles for eyes. And I'm going to put pupils inside, which is just going to be a darker circle. Okay, so what is this penguin really missing? It looks like they're missing a beak. So let's give our penguin a beak by making a triangle shape coming off the left side right here. Cool. All right, the next step is to make some wings coming off of this penguin. So I am simply going to make a wing looking shape. Now this is going to be a little bit more challenging just because it doesn't exactly look like a very specific shape. I can't say it's exactly a triangle. So watch me first. It's going to be a curved line that comes down, and then a curving line that comes back up. And then the same on the other side. So a curving line that comes down, and it's going to come right back up. So look, our penguin has some wings on the very side of them. Okay, the next step that we're going to do is we are going to make some feet for our penguin. And this is going to simply be a straight line on the left, a straight line on the right, so 2 legs, and then the feet. And that's just going to be a little triangle shape at the bottom. Okay, so now our penguin is complete minus the coloring and our background. So I am now going to make a horizon line so that our penguin is standing on the ground and not just floating in space. So I'm simply going to start off by making a straight line that's coming out from the left side of my frame. And if it has some curves to it, that's fine, because the ground isn't totally perfect, not like a perfect straight line. And then now I can make my background if I want to. So in the top right corner, I made an igloo. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but I thought it'd be fun to show you how I made my igloo in the original picture. And if you want to try and draw one, you can, or you can put something else in your background if you want. So in the top right corner, I'm going to start off by making a curving arch shape, almost like a rainbow. Okay, now this arch is going to come down a little bit over here. And then I'm going to make a straight line right here and another arched line that comes up above it. So now it really does look like a rainbow. It's pretty crazy, right? Looks cool. Then I'm going to make a angled line going inside of the igloo. So it's just going to be a straight line that angles from this corner and goes in towards the inside of this line right here. Okay? The next step is going to be a straight line that's, again, angled off the top of this arch line right here. And then this is just going to curve down like so and make an angled line here. Okay? So now you can tell this is the tunnel going into the igloo. The next step that we're going to do is we are going to make a curving line from this corner that curves downward, like almost like a U shape. And then at the top, I'm going to make another arching line for the top of the igloo that's just going to go from this line over. And now it's time to add the lines that make the igloo look like it's curving. So I'm going to just make a curving line like so, one like this, and they're going to keep going just like so. Okay, so those are like slightly curved downward, okay? And then I'm going to make some lines that show the blocks, and they're kind of curved, of this igloo. Okay, and I'm curving them in different directions so that it seems more rounded or 3D. So they're not perfectly straight lines. Okay, and then over here, we are going to make angled lines going around, just like so. Notice the direction that I'm making them. And then the same with this right here, okay? And one straight line and one going down like that. And there you have an igloo. So I know that's kind of complicated. Again, it's optional. I thought it would just be fun to show you. And then what I did is where the igloo ends right here, I just made a curving line that stops where the penguin is. So it looks like The penguin is in front of this hill. I have the hill continue on the other end of this penguin and go down to the other end of the frame. So now we have a snow hill in the back. And then I even make another little snow hill down this way. Okay, so that's how I made my background. I also realized that I could add a little something in this top left corner if I want. So maybe I'll add a sun, which is a circle shape with some triangles. Okay, awesome. Now it's time to add some color. So this is a very simple project with color. There's not too many colors going on here. Actually, the only colors I used in my original penguin are black, and this time I used a marker. But like I said, you can use whatever color materials you have. Yellow. And then also I use the color pencil blue for the Igloo. And I just lightly colored in the Igloo. I didn't want it to be super bright blue, just kind of almost like it was an ice cube. So we're gonna start with the Igloo. And again, I'm just going to lightly press with the color pencils. If you have crayons, you can do this as well. So I'm just adding a little tint of blue to show that this Igloo is cold. And I might even lightly just let it fade into white. Okay, and it's very slight, but if I hold up my paper, you can see it. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is color in my penguin. So I'm going to use a black marker, and as you can see in this picture, I colored in the whole penguin black. I left the stomach area white, the eyes white, and then I colored in the beak yellow and the sun yellow. So I'm going to take my time using the tip of my marker in small areas, okay, and then widen my mark in other areas by pressing down a little bit harder, okay, and using the side of my marker. Take your time, try your best to stay inside the lines, and color in your picture in full so that it's nice and vibrant, meaning the less white spaces you leave, it's just going to make your picture look really nice and bright with all of the color, which is something that you'll want to do. Again, once I get closer to the edges, I'm using the tip, and I'm coloring in almost like a lawnmower. That's the best way I love to explain to students. It's just kind of pulling your marker just like so, okay? Now I'm gonna speed this up, and you can start to color in your picture, and I'm really excited to see how they come out. I'm really excited to see what kind of environment that you put your penguin in. Remember that they like to live in cold areas, so you can really put anything in your background that you can think of that relates to winter, okay? All right. Okay, and just like that, we've colored in our penguin and our backgrounds. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. It was a lot of fun to teach it to you. And I am looking forward to seeing your penguins and next week's lesson with you as well. So I hope everybody had fun, and I will see you next time.